Okay, let's get to it. A lot of things to cover. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Let's start with something easy and fast. Marvel's Avengers confirmed for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. And buy the game and receive a free upgrade from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 or Xbox One to Xbox Series X. I love this. Good news. I was thinking of buying the game actually for PlayStation 4. Question is, Sony is not the one supporting the smart delivery because they have actually said that they don't. Microsoft has been working really hard to get as many developers and publishers as possible join their smart delivery program for Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Basically, it's a way to not to only buy a game once and then get the best possible version for all current and future Xbox consoles. So Microsoft has this and they've been marketing very well and very hard. But many people have wondered if Sony would offer something similar. But when Japanese outlet GameSpark contacted Sony to find out, they got a negative answer, translated by Black Kite on Twitter. And if we check that, we have the article from GameSpark, and apparently the update program for PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 software copies will be done at the publisher's own discretion. Sony, what does the I stand for? Oh well. Sony Entertainment stated they will flexibly support these upgrades even in Japan as well. So Sony will not support it. It's up to the developers to choose if they want to upgrade buyers from a PlayStation 4 copy to PlayStation 5. And it seems that Square Enix now supports that with their upcoming game Marvel's Avengers, which is great news. Square Enix says or announced today that Marvel's Avengers will be available on PlayStation 5 computer entertainment system and Xbox Series X when the consoles launch in holiday 2020. Players who own the current gen version of the game will be able to upgrade to the next gen version at no additional cost, regardless if players are moving from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 or Xbox One to Xbox Series X. Those moving their saves to next gen will transfer their player profiles and progression so they can pick up right where they left off. In addition, cross-gen play will be supported too, so PlayStation 5 players will be able to play with their friends on PlayStation 4, and Xbox Series X players will be connected with their friends on Xbox One. Featuring extremely fast load times, boosted resolution and fidelity, improved texturing and armor destruction, ray tracing, and more, Marvel's Avengers will look and play great on the next-gen systems. The PlayStation 5 experience will be seamless and dynamic, fully utilizing the ultra-high-speed SSD, the PS5 DualSense advanced haptics, and immersive spatial audio. To fully customize their visual experience, PlayStation 5 will also provide players with their choice of enhanced graphics mode or high frame rate mode. Well, that is very nice indeed. This makes me believe that the game almost is one. Some of the developers are working on the PlayStation 4 and some on the PlayStation 5 because PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 is very different from one another. I mean, it says here that the PlayStation 5 will have boosted resolution and fidelity, improved texture and armor destruction, ray tracing, and more. So I'm guessing the PlayStation 4 won't be able to have the same kind of level of details and ray tracing and all that. So is there another team then that is working on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X possibly? Or maybe even another separate one working on Xbox Series X because they talk also about the DualSense, which is very unique to the PlayStation 5 experience. So I'm looking forward to try that out. And the game will launch simultaneously for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC on September 4th, 2020. And they also have a stream that's coming now on June 24th, so tomorrow then, at 10 a.m. PDT. The stream can be viewed from the playavengers.com channel. And this article will be linked in the description below. Now let's move on to something else. Nintendo chills mobile ambitions after Animal Crossing success. Nintendo company is retreating from the $77 billion mobile gaming arena after disappointing results deflated once lofty ambitions, ending a multiplayer effort just as the market goes through an unprecedented COVID-era boom, which is very surprising considering Mario Kart successes and what other things they have. Like apparently they had or have a Fire Emblem game as well, and Super Mario Run, and some other things. But let's move on. Its smartphone games project was born out of a necessity to shore up the bottom line amid the Wii U failure. Now riding a surge in Switch popularity and investor confidence, the Kyoto-based company appears to have reassessed the mobile business and narrowed its focus to its own console ecosystem, which I think is great. Focus on the Switch, not the mobile area. I'm not a fan of the mobile area, especially from Nintendo, because it has been quite expensive. Diddy Kong pack in Mario Kart Tour cost £38.99. Rosalina pack cost £19.99. And while these also include currency, people are asking questions about the prices. As reported by Eurogamer, it's not only tracks and car parts you can get with the update, as this also adds the option to buy Diddy Kong. To get a Rosalina pack, for example, you'll need to pay £99, giving 45 ruby gems for more pulls on the warp pipe, as well as 5-star tickets. For Diddy Kong, however, this will cost you £38.99, including 90 gems and a quick ticket. I mean, this is crazy, especially when there is also a Mario Kart Tour subscriber fee, if you choose to pay that the first, of course. But the first 2 weeks are free, and then by paying $499 a month, you can play 200cc races and get more challenges and gifts when playing. I mean, oh, thank you. In the period from February through May, when other studios were posting record earnings alongside COVID-19 lockdowns, Sensor Tower data showed marquee Nintendo titles like Super Mario Run plummeting by double digits. At the same time, Nintendo's own Animal Crossing New Horizons had just become the quintessential haven from virus anxiety, powering the Switch console to a new heights of popularity and publishing the company's share price to a 12-year high last week. That's very impressive. And here we can see which games have increased and decreased. And it seems that 3 of Nintendo's games have decreased. Regalia Lost, never heard of, but that one has decreased quite a lot. And then Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem Heroes. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp seems to be a bit almost at 100, but 50 maybe. Yeah. Year-on-year revenue changed for period February 1 to May 31st. So they have decreased. Some of the games have decreased in earnings. Mobile games are expected to make $77.2 billion this year, which would account for half of the overall video game industry sales, according to research from News. But since the release of Mario Kart Tour in fall 2019, Nintendo's mobile pipeline is empty, said Serkan Toto, sorry if I butchered that name, a mobile game consultant in Tokyo. Quote, in a sense, Nintendo's enormous success on console reduced the need and the pressure to put resources into mobile, end quote, which is great. Again, focus on the Switch, not the mobile industry. Thank you. Most of the top-ranked mobile games adopt a freemium model wherein playing is free, but gamers are pushed to spend on upgrades or mighty weapons to advance. That approach is coming under scrutiny, with regulators clamping down on exploitative freemium mechanics that force players to pay to win in Japan, especially gacha. Gacha? I don't know how to pronounce that. A lottery system where gamers pay in hopes of scoring rare loot invited controversy because of addictive aspects. Fearing that would harm the brand equity of its franchise, Nintendo asked its mobile development partners not to force players to spend a lot in games, which is weird when you consider this. Well, moving on. According to people at those companies who asked not to be identified as a matter of private, a Nintendo spokesperson declined to comment. And as we can see here, this is some heavyweight competition for Nintendo. Never heard of Honor of Kings. Monster Strike? Nope. Gardenscapes? Nope. And here we have first mobile game from Nintendo, Fire Emblem Heroes. 154 million. That's not bad, I would say, but I don't know. Here we come to the fun part. For the current fiscal year ending in March, Nintendo said it would focus on already released mobile apps and doesn't foresee revenue from the business rising much. The company earned 51 billion yen from smartphone games and other licensing in fiscal 2019, up just 11% from the year earlier period and still only half of the way to the objective that its president had once set. And if we look at 51 billion yen, we see that that's $7.2 billion. And that's less than they had foreseen. I mean, to me, that's crazy. I mean, crazy high. 7.2 billion for a mobile game. They earned $7.2 billion on a game. Oh my god. Yeah. Nintendo hasn't announced what apps it will release next, but the chief of its mobile development partner, Dana Company, President Isao Moriyasu, has said not to expect new apps from it until near the end of the current fiscal year. That's just a long wait until Nintendo's next smartphone game. And I thank them for that. I mean, mobile games in all honor and like that, I mean, they can be nice, but there's so much microtransactions in that it's just boring to progress in them. But what do you think of this? Do you think Nintendo is doing the right thing to stop doing this? Stop supporting, slow down their mobile marketing? I think it's great because I don't like mobile games that much. I don't have any problem with them per se, but it's not my thing. I can't play a mobile game interest in them because of the buy this and get so that you can play more and so on. And let's move on to the last and news here on this list. Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time, mixes the old and the new. So yes, Crash Bandicoot 4 is confirmed. And here we can see that the rumors about the new Crash Bandicoot game started swirling even before Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy launched, and subsequently went on to become a giant success. So it's safe to say that we've waited a long time for a sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The wait is about to end. So here they talk a little about the game. For even upgrade visual styles, made clear that it's a true sequel made for both old and new gamers alike, and so on. Here's one of the new key features. One of the most noteworthy features is the quantum masks and how they open a whole bunch of new possibilities, especially when combined with the fact that Crash and Coco are both able to wall run on raids, and use ropes to get around the place. And here's something more on that. These masks can't be used in all levels, however, as a certain other playable character can't use them. That's right, Neo Cortex is one of the playable characters this time around, and he has unique levels made specifically for his abilities. The mad scientist can't double jump like the marsupials, so he has built himself something that makes it possible to dash forward and fly for a short amount of time. It's also quite difficult to spin around with that big brain of his, so instead he'll attack hazards by using his modified ray gun. We say modified because it can be used to transform objects into solid or bouncy platforms based on what you want at the time. Having these options make the Cortex levels more puzzle-focused than regular stages, so it'll be interesting to see how both speedrunners and Easter egg hunters will use these abilities in different ways. In fact, option seems to be an important focus in It's About Time, as Toys for Bob has also introduced a more accessible mode when where you have unlimited lives, so you don't have to start over after dying too many times, making it more accessible to younger players who are perhaps not used to the stern challenge offered by platform games of old. But don't run away just yet, veteran Crash fans. This so-called retro mode will let you play the traditional way, where you have a certain number of lives to finish the level. Modern mode, on the other hand, is there for those who don't want the thought of a finite number of lives hanging over your head like the sword of Damocles while struggling with a specific part of the level. This doesn't mean that you won't be challenged, however. To that end, there's a new challenge type that will reward you with a gem if you complete a level without dying a certain number of times, so the franchise focus on precise platforming is still very much there, no matter which way you choose to play. Or which way you to choose play. Ah, typo. Well, that's nice. I have the Insane Trilogy, but I haven't completed that one. I'm thinking that this second mode might be for me. Or I just need to get good. Well, that's it for me. That's all the news I got for you today. And what do you think about this Crash Bandicoot 4? I mean, I'm not excited or anything, but it's nice. It's coming. Eh. Well, what do you think? Put your thoughts in the comments below. I've been Sweepy92 and I hope to see you in future videos. Bye bye.